I was ready. I was a little late, and then having laughing, and then last minute, I kind of snapped the brace of my, I guess the thing that holds up my phone. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tricky, wonky. Oh man, I'm breaking things already. Trying to get in here. It's okay. I made it in here. It still works. I have to adjust it a little bit differently. Yeah. So that's why it's a bit cricket. It's a bit crooked. So, but I probably shouldn't mess with it. My gosh. I'm scared to mess with it. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's functioning. I'm live. At least I'm here. Hello. There you are. Oh my gosh. I had to go tell them that I now can start publishing my book. Yep, I'm already started writing on the book. I've already begun the book design, and so yeah, I thought it was gonna be a little later, and it was gonna happen, but yeah, I thought I was gonna like put it off, and I had to like do some work or do some things. I I well, how I'm doing it. Basically, I went to my email, got great news. So now I'm going to be able to now to market my book. So my book is where I've already begun. Okay, so the reason why I'm able to do this and how I'm doing it is that I get to like, I have my software, and I'm already what they call it designing the book cover, designing like the front and back, and the that border, and I put a name. I know that I know I'm going to change the name. I know I'm going to change that name, and so and I've already begun putting words. Like the words are already going onto the page, and then once I do that, yep. So once I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that information, I guess, to everybody, let people know that now the book is available. Yeah, so I can continue the journey. I can continue the journey. Um, there's another element here. Now, this is not me ranting. It's not a rant, I promise. But I want to let people know is that when we too have we want to say psychics, right? Everybody is psychic, right? And to my understanding, everyone has a prophetic anoint ability. I'll say ability, or the ability to prophesy is what I was always taught. And what is one thing is for certain is that everyone who does that or prophesy are shouldn't probably shouldn't refer to themselves as prophets. That's the same. That's what we have those too. We have those too. In fact, we have a very strict regimen. Like if you're gonna work in the office of a psychic, professionally, they want. I mean, they want to test you. That comes with the interview. First of all, there's an interview. Like you're gonna have one. Like the bare minimal. Like you have a. It's just like going on an interview, and then you have an aptitude test, right? Well, we have something where it's you come in looking sharp, right? You come in looking professional, and then you're going to interact. They're going to listen how you sound over the phone, and they might even want you to do in a video format these days. I've done interviews where you got to do it like the video, and they have the questions at the top, and you just answering the questions. So and then after you're done answering the question, and there's a timer on the amount of time you can have to answer the question. And if you have to submit, and you only get like to restart two tries. So you only get two tries. So only two muck ups allowed in the interview. Um, then if all that passes and they like your resume and your CV, right? Professionals here. We're talking about professionals, psychics, a CV, a resume. That means credentials. That means experience, exposure. Do you have your own website? Do you have your own following, social media following? Do you have any credentials that may help with your work here with our customers, your clients? So in other words, have you gone to like metaphysical schools, spiritual schools, like, right? Are you an actual therapist? Things are, or have a therapeutic background, all of that. And then the nervous one, where like you say, which I love being tested, because I think, as like when I read for everybody, I think every single reading is a test, and every single reading, is treated like the very first time. Clients call me over and over and over and over, and regardless of, like, for the purpose of their call for that reading, it's a new reading. And that means, when I say new reading, it means this is a test reading. They're testing me again. Every single reading is like a test reading. So whenever I read, people, whoever's testing me, who's part of the company who's going to test me, I read them like I'm reading a client. Like, no, right now you're a client. So that means the things I'm going to say, like my one of my managers left. I said, by the way, child pregnant right now. I'm not thinking about pregnancy right now. Pregnant and boy. So thinking about starting a family. I got real personal. So that's, yeah, I got accepted too. Got the job too. And they started, of course, sending me photos. So of their family. So like doubling down. So um um so yeah, so we have in other words, yes, we too, we psychics have psychics who are untested, unproven. I am tested and proven. Now, I was going to create my thumbnail and put some words on there, but maybe that would have been a little much. Maybe that's why my subconsciousness is probably like, nah, we can't do that. We can't say that. And that is, like, this whole business of uh, psychics are right sometimes. No, 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 no. I don't receive that, and I don't accept that. I'm right all the time. I'm right. I am saying psychics, proven, tested, and proven psychics are right all the time. And our clients call back. My clients call back, tell me, since speaking with me, both male and female, said since speaking with me, they have actually, it feels like they're in a movie. It feels, because it's like they remember speaking with me, and it's like that's the day their life, they felt like they've been in a movie, and all these things all of a sudden began to open up and happen for them. My clients go out and conquer, and I mean, when I say clients, I mean men and women. And when I say men and women, I mean, like, you couldn't get a word, you couldn't get a peep out of some of them. They wouldn't say a word, you know. And it's not to big up like people, oh, they're just, like they're, shy, and then, work with me and you're going to become super tough. No, there are some tough people, and they just couldn't get a break. And now they're having, they were to maybe get to a place where they finally can just let that go and just be at peace, have peace of mind, even. So I'm just saying, it's like the feedback today, the updated collective feedback, they don't know each other. They said, reading with you is like being in a movie. So I've heard that today. That's on my heart. And I know that I'm operating in the 100% or A plus percentile, because I felt the energy, and all my clients so far are only giving things to me that has happened. And they're telling, I mean, my toughest men are saying, yeah, you said this and you were right then. and you're probably right about this. So yeah, so I have to say, psychics are right sometimes. I would say there are bad psychics, like there are bad cooks. There are bad cooks. There are bad plumbers. There are bad, people who like auto mechanics. There are bad psychics, and moreover, there are bad prophets. But there are also genuine prophets, and there are genuine law enforcement, and there are genuine doctors who truly care about the people who they serve or the persons who they work for, who just want to do the job to the best of their ability, such as like myself, a psychic. And I can't speak for everybody else, but if I would say it, if I could say it, I would say other psychics also want to do good. We don't set out and saying we want to take down the or be in a spiritual warfare with Christians, prophets. That's a psychic is so busy being, when we say a light, a psychic is so busy um, enhancing lives enhancing people's lives, that we don't, as much as a prophet has no time to, like correct psychics when psychics make predictions about like what's going on in the world. It's not the psychics really, save a few, who are making such predictions of the way that the pendulum is swinging in the world, and then it's swinging opposite. So it's the frustrations that a psychic would have with people, whether whatever they term themselves as, making wild predictions. We psychics, I as a psychic, I am saying, we have a bright future ahead of us. We have a future where we're in a beautiful space, where we're going to have the ability to um, explore much more opportunities. Um, Before, they said that, like, for example, people made predictions, including psychics and prophets alike, made predictions that about this year being a time of hardship. And psychics were like, this is a year where people are going to seek independence. They're going to start their own businesses, and that the businesses want to do business. Businesses do want to do business. Customers have been saving their money throughout 2023, wanting to do business in 2024. So, things like that, very specific things. And a psychic, I said, Putin, for example, Putin does not want a nuclear war. He doesn't want to destroy the land, and that's not even in his mind. Psychics and prophets have said quite the contrary. That they speak of World War III. They speak of course, the end of the world. They speak of that America is going to diminish, and they speak of that all people are who want to be president are going to be the pawn, and that they're just going to drive us more into a downward spiral. And psychically and spiritually, there's that ray of hope. And that's so, as a psychic, I talk about that there's a consciousness of elevation. We're in the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of where we are becoming more and more aware of who we are, what we're doing. That means everybody's gifts, everybody has spiritual gifts, and everyone is tapped into that ability to connect with the Christ conscious, like the consciousness of a just and moral and ethical principle. When we say Christ consciousness, and a consciousness where people would say, even if you said, no, I'm atheist, I don't believe it, I don't subscribe to any of that, but I know better than to harm or to make someone's life hard intentionally. That's not what I wish to do with my time. Fine, if you want to say it like that, I'm saying your mental altitude, ability to see clearly through the information and to understand the effects it has on the rest of the world, including oneself, you in it. That's what we mean. The awareness, like the self-aware, that people say, actually, I like the idea that people have democracy everywhere, these kinds of thoughts. And the ability to even to have the time on the earth actually to deal with, instead of, oh, I can't wait till it happens because I want to run into the. Are you sure people? Are we sure we want to run into the elevator that soon? If we can't stand people, can't believe it or not. If we cannot stand people on the earth, if I can't go, let's say, to India, and I can't stand people in anybody in India or anyone who looks differently than myself, or can't stand anyone in my neighborhood, and then I'm like, oh, I can't wait till this is over. I'd be glad when they nuke this place. And America is the pits. It's a mixed up spot, and everybody's mixed all together, and it's just bad. It's gotten really bad. And then I'm like, can't wait to go into the elevator up, and I go there. Like, why am I going to heaven? And it's like, and you're thinking, all of a sudden you're going to be like somebody's going to touch you on the forehead, and you're going to be like loving everybody. Is that what it is? No, no. Earth experience, the human experience is a learning experience. You love to learn, but you learn to love others in right now. You learn to be embracing, accepting, non-judgmental right now. We don't wait till we get a perfected, personified body of light and love and tolerance when we get to heaven. You're supposed to learn that here. You're supposed to learn that here, like right now. Like right now, while people are making the accusations that God is out to just go ahead and come in and wipe out America. By the way, I take issue with that personally because I hate it when any particular group, whether if it's, I don't care what color they are, if they're black or if they're white, and they make these wild accusations that America is going to be the pitfall. Will take the pitfall when there are many cultures, not one. Black people alone did not build up America. White people alone did not build up America. Neither did it was many groups of people from many different parts of the world who came in and helped to build up America. And so just to say, one group says, no, 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 no. Listen, here's the Bible. But look, our Bible says that, yeah, America's going to fall. And yeah, and it's due any time now. If you don't see that now, no, 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 no. That's not, that is in very, that is a misinterpretation of what we're doing. What we're doing here is creating a better world, and we're creating that better world today, not later, and we're not waiting till we become perfect to entering into a better world. We're not doing that. So, and that's what we have to also think about. And I've been thinking about, like, in meditation, I've really been thinking about that. I'm like, well, who are you to say, I know, okay, you don't like it here. I get it. But who are you alone to speak for the rest of us? You were not the only one who built up America. You're not the only one. There are people who worked very hard to assure that this whatever you want to call it, this a corporation continues to progress and become better, and and to have the capacity to house fundamentally everyone who lives on it, on her soil. That's what the mindset is. To like the hope that someday that to see me run and play, almost run and play, I should say, almost I can run and play unhinged. Not quite. I still attract people, but I have to go way out into the wilderness if I want. If I really, but for the most part, ultimately, unchecked, move throughout the world. For the most part, we're just hoping for that, like hoping that I can look at when I say read. When you talk about read a tarot. Read first of all. Let's start with back up reading. What do you mean? You think what this means? So the three sins: read, write, like you're planning on writing a book. Read, write, and critical think or thinking. The three sins we should all collectively do much, much more often. Sin often. Read, think, critical think, the three sins. Sin often. Practice these three often. Was a sin. Sin often. Do these three things often. Read, write, critical think. And I love the idea that I can do that. Yes, I am a psychic. Yes, it's true. I'm not a prophet. But it does not mean that that a prophet is only doing half the job that they're capable of. It doesn't mean that when I show up to work to read for you, I'm not sitting here thinking in my brain, wow, since I'm only a psychic, I only have to be 50% right or maybe 40% right. And then as only extent of I can be right. 60% right is a lot for a psychic, but let's not push it. You can't say 90%. No, you're right. I can't say 90% when I'm making 100% on paper. On paper, when people contact me, my conversations are not like, I did everything you said. What went wrong? Like what changed? Like what change is always like people get what they. I don't even like to say good or bad. I like to say what benefits them. People, what benefits the person they're achieving in their world, in their life. And I should be allowed to say, like anyone, the Olympic individuals, they want to be able to give 100%. I know they say 1,000%, but 100% of themselves, as will a psychic give 100% of themselves. I give 100% of myself to the work of just helping people to develop and expand and to build and to have everything they ever wanted, and all of everything they wanted: love, joy. I we predict i predicted many pregnancies, the birth of the child. That means life. We promote life, not who's promoting death. No, we're psychics won't even read to you. Okay, I'm not pointing, but okay, there are psychics. I'm going to say it. There are psychics and prophets who all they talk about is when America's going to die, or when somebody's going to die, or when somebody that they don't like is going to die, or when a very important figure, public figure, is going to die. Psychics speak about life incoming. People ask, my husband and I, my wife and I, are trying to have a baby. We've not been able to. We've asked the medical like, what's going on with us? Why are we not able to conceive? Is it me? Is it my? Because sometimes it's not even always the lady. Sometimes it's the male. By the way, I had those readings of like, baby, it's not you. It's the man in this one. It's the male, the counterpart. But then they turned around and said, "We're pregnant." like a month out, we're pregnant. To the context, it doesn't always have to be strictly medical. It can be therapeutic as well. Yeah, there has to be a level of connection and intimacy. And I discovered that when it's sometimes it's not the lady, right? And so, because the lady's like, we're going to the doctors and they're with me every step of the way. And I said, it's not you, it's actually him. And he's like, yeah, that's what the doctor said. I just don't know how to help with this. And I said, and yep. And we celebrated. I'm like, you're pregnant. Yeah, I got the baby. I got first baby. We're so happy, so that kind of thing. So so I know that we're doing our best. And no, Halloween is not our no, it's not our season. No, it's everybody's season. Because as much as you want to call it harvest, you and I have been practicing, celebrating October and November 1st with the Day of the Dead, which is which is a Latin South American culture and culture all over the world, Spain. We've been doing that since together the beginning of time. Don't even try it. So no, you'll be celebrating Thanksgiving along with me and anyone else who's going to celebrate it. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas, but I'm going to say it anyway. You'll be celebrating Christmas the same as any one of us. You'll be catching those fireworks at New Year's the same as every one of us. So that's what I'm saying, that I work year round. So every year, every month, including February, that's my season. February is my season. July is my season. June is my season. I have to work every single day. And um the also now in professionalisms, we all know, I would say there are famous and quite wealthy famous psychics, yes. But to be honest, I would say, like comparing pocketbooks, I would say the like prophets, and also much of the time, prophets that have fallen, like fallen prophets, actually become not wealthy but rich. They're rich. I know that there are rich psychics, but I mean, prophets are made rich by church standard. So that could be multi millionaires. So, you know, even in that context, we should not be in the same pool of, like, because there should be no we should give no feelings to any prophet or anyone, actually, because since as psychics, you don't become a psychic to become rich. If you want to become rich as a psychic, you become an author and you become a public speaker and a life coach or something along the lines of that. But no. But I just needed to put that out there because I do know that we're in September, and yes, we're moving closer to that time, and you need to protect your mind, you need to protect your psychic energy, you need to protect your like your money. By the way, you need to protect your money, um, and stay healed in yourself. Like, you practice healing, stay healed. Don't allow anyone to discourage you, and don't be ashamed. Like, tell people how you did it. I like, for example, like I'm explaining to you all today. I uh, ex- um, okay. Okay, so I received. Okay, so I was making psychic predictions that people in August, but it started from July 15th, and I knew that the spirits told me. They said people are worried right now, and I was thinking, well, worried. And I began meditating. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. They're worried that something from the past is going to hop up in there to their path right now and block them from where they're heading, because right now it's looking so good, too good to be true. So I spent this month working with each client to the want to again 100% of my ability to get them in the right frame of of conscious confidence to proceed forward in their life without any psychics, without somebody like a guru. I mean, a life they're going to walk when no one's looking. They're walking, and they need to have information. So as they're faced with the options and choices, they're going to know what they should be doing at that time. So that's what I've been doing. And I said, this only lasts for August. And of course, I'm included because I'm part of the people kind of thing. It's like I'm not allowed to have fun. Everybody else gets to have fun and say horrendous things. I don't get to. I get it. But I've been doing it anyway. I even have my own TikTok. So now I'm like, nope, this is my space. Everybody stay out. No one tone check me. So yeah, I'm always having fun. I make sure I have fun and more fun lives. Yeah, if I'm not having fun, I shouldn't be doing it because it's not a hobby, it's not a job. I should be only doing things I enjoy. So I told people, I said, September. In fact, I said something more specific. I said September 1st, the first week of September, and 2024 September, in case you need to ask, is a time where, since as everything is in place, we finally get to act. We finally get to proceed forward and do the things that life is setting itself up to allow us to do. Finally, achieving what you want. And I know it has 100%. I've been speaking this from way earlier than I mean, like the first half of the year. This is a year for the entrepreneur. I know you all are seeking your individuality. I'm not saying I'm not a prophet, but I'm saying, but I know I was told that by spirit that you are in this space, in this way, to dealing with individuality. And that's why so many people, and it's a thing now as well. I've been saying it, but also it's a thing. People are like all the businesses that are starting up. Like everybody you talk to are starting some kind of a side thing, or they're taking their work and they're adding an element that gives them more autonomy. Even if they're working, I even said, even if you're working for someone, even if you're working in a clinical setting, the next stage for you is like the stage of where you can move in your sense of independence and autonomy to feel more comfortable, like you, as though you are, as an individual, you are in charge of the business steps you make. This is a very dense year. This year is about that. 2025 is a year of emotions and marriage and things of that nature, and people finding the person that they're meant to be with, as we refer to as we will call soulmates, twin flames, or the person you're going to be with. So I believe in the prophets. If the prophets are at this time are speaking hope, are speaking direction, are speaking like, not not like hindsight prophecy where a person is prophesying and they're saying, this country is doing this. No, prophesy that, or like as I say, I psychically predict that there will be resolution, there will be resolve, there is a way forward, and we will forward together. It's going to take some time, you know. And now these are things I will be able to live long enough to see with my eyes. To be more specific, though I'm just as shocked as anyone that um, Kamala Harris is now, she's now officially a candidate. Like she's running, like she's selected, she's chosen, and I've also made predictions about that when as she's becoming vice president. I'm not going to go into that. I already know. We already know that from her heart since she's a child. want to be president. I already know that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think her presidency is gonna fit the narrative of when you're trying to associate her to. I already know what you're gonna call her. You know you're gonna call her the Queen of Babylon, and you know the rest of that. No, I might as well say it. I mean, we're all adults here. You're gonna try to label her as the whore of Babylon. You're gonna try to call her the Queen of Babylon. You know full on well that Madam Vice President Kamala Harris is not the whore of Babylon. She's not the Queen of Babylon, and she's not the woman dressed in purple riding a 10-headed, uh, seven crowned, seven horned beast or something like that. However many, you know that's not gonna. You know that's not her. You know it's not her. In fact, that's not even America. In fact, Russia doesn't even want to do the things that you want to put on Russia to do. Right? They don't want to. They know. Everybody knows. Japan knows. America knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that nuclear warfare is not like everybody's wish list. It's not. That's not Putin's wish list. He even said that. He said that to Tucker. I don't want wish. Nuclear is bad for no one wins with nuclear. I don't want to do that. But people are like, be the bad guy, be the bad guy, like coax him, like trying to goad him as a goat, like goad him as an ox. He is a man, beast of this earth, but he's not goaded to be out what energetically people are like. That's why he keeps saying, "No, you want World War III. I don't. We don't want that. That is true." Now, he does need to. Well, I'm not going to. I'm not. No, 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 no. Let that play out. All I'm saying is he doesn't want World War III. He does. He's like, why are you bringing up World War III? You all are trying to enact World War III. No, no, you do because no, that's because they wanted to fit a certain story. That's why. And it's the prophets. And I know it's prophets slash, if you want to say psychic slash, if you want to say word sorcerers, yes, 100%. There's that group and they're online and you can listen to them all day because they're on like clockwork. It's not a secret. It's not hidden in front of your face in plain sight. It just is. But now, as a psychic, um, I can tell that what they're pitching to us as prophecy. Remember, how can it be prophecy if none of it comes to pass? If not one iota, not one every element that was meant to be a prophecy, counted as a prophecy, is not come. Every one of them has fell through. Every one of them. Every one of them. Now there's one more. There's one more. I would say one more prophecy, and that is, of course. Now I'm gonna. Well, we already know the obvious, okay. But what I received coming into 2023. Uh, the spirit said that all they wanted or required for Trump, Donald J. Trump, former president, and also today's candidate, and there will be a debate. They will have that debate. They have to have that debate. Okay, so and I did pray for all the leaders. I even prayed for former President Donald Trump. I even prayed for uh, Biden and for him to get well in his health. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you for receiving our prayers. Kamala Harris, and even I didn't know Kamala's vice VP yet, so I didn't name him in it, but I did name uh, Trump's VP. I named him in it, Vance. I spoke on Vance. I'm not going to speak it on this one. I looked at his astrological chart very briefly, but I'll leave that there. I said what I said, and yeah, and everything I said, it does what it does. 100% level A plus psychic. Yeah, people they talk about it over the news as they supposed to, and on all the people are talking about it. But yeah, I did pray for them, and um, you know, those meditative prayers. I had the conditions was I had a huge thick candle, like about this thick, and it was tall, pillar, white. I lit it candle this high, and I took my thing, and there's four people. I nicked it four times. I was at the end of the prayer. I prayed basically for health, healing, this and the debate that's supposed to happen. Sent that out there to the universe. Spoke the Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, that they get her name right even in that prayer. Like, you all need to get to know her name. And I remember I said, like, you all need to get to know her. You need, and it's just been resonating, right? Like, it was like amplified. And by the way, I gave a live about my dream. That's why Kamala Harris, a clock and an angel, or seraphim actually. And yeah, I talk about that. I won't go over in this one. Yeah. So I believe she's bringing a different kind of energy. And in fact, I received another message from Spirit. Spirit said, because the books say that in the Akashas, um, the when you attempt to go against nature and create a legacy from it, the legacy will not be honored by the spirit, and the spirit will not remember the legacy. So, in other words, your legacy becomes unremembered. Like, no one will know you. And so what it took, the spirit says, I'm taking a bit fall a bit step fall up more further. I mean, excuse me, further. Any aspect of from this falsified, working against nature that would be considered legacy also is not remembered. It's meaning not remembered means not honored in spirit. It doesn't become a, the actualization of things. And so fitting it would be, you know, Kamala Harris. Or we could just say flat out without having to call out people's names. Not only okay, so first, I want to say specifically first interracial couple, right? And also when you think about the first, what they call it, from two different, uh, I want to say nationalities, cultures, two different cultures, definitely. Two different cultures, two different nationalities, two different ethnicities. Yeah, we covered it. We covered it, all of it, right? But it's not under the premise of an unwanted legacy. It's not celebrated. It's not even the first. What was it trying to do then? What was the purpose of it? If it was meant to excel and thrive, it was so much great and better. It's our ray of sunshine. But isn't it funny that it would not be from this space where legacies are created to talk about an eon that will be in books? This will be in books. Psychic prophecies here. This is making. In fact, I already said this. I said when Biden administration was going against Donald J. Trump administration, I said I said, well, Democrat and Republican, the one who wins this one will write history and will go on to fill legacies. They're talking about legacies now, by Biden's legacies, and they're talking about history, making history. We're making history, and what will in this moment's written in history books, and also it's in our consciousness, in our minds. We're becoming aware and open. Not just us, but also specifically the folks, the people that thrive in a very particular mindset, that they are needing a little bit more encouragement to move in the direction of the new wave, the new age. And lastly, they gave another psychic prediction. Now, this one comes in the form of a warning, something that it can be avoided if I can recall it. Oh, Spirit said, Spirit is going to test this group. They're given a, I don't know, I'm not going to say it's the final chance or the final warning, but they're given a test. This people here are going to be tested. I know the test. I'll be the one to answer the question, the psychic question, the question to the psychic. What is their test, psychic? Their test, they can believe, like many of us, we believe when spirit does nothing for us. Right now, that phone is not ringing. I know I need that phone to ring, right? Because because so I can have honey, and make tea, right? And be in a nice warm place, have lights. But I believe that phone will ring. I don't know when, because people call me whenever they want to. I'm not booked, right? There's a group of people, they've not experienced that. This group, a lot of the people in this group have not experienced. In other words, they have not experienced what happens when universe says no, I won't do that for you. Are you going to still believe? I've been told, Spirit has told me, like I was set up. I was like, I know I've got this. And Spirit was like, no, you don't. And when you have to walk that out, it's if you feel like Spirit, like what did I do karmically? Like, why do I feel humiliated? Like, this is humiliating. And then you realize, and I'm gonna tell you, because I have to walk every path before you do psychically, right? So that I can give you the information of what you're going through psychically. I know they're gonna feel humiliation. They're gonna feel like they're asking the universe why, but it's a test. And the instruction, and when while you're in this space, if this is somebody, if you're one of these people, it's going to be crucial for survival for you to say, Spirit, I'm doing it for you. You know, if there's something in me, in my character, that prevented this from happening, you can see it now. So work with me then. You can see what now it's, and I'm here, and I'm been going in the wrong direction. I'm misspelling words, and you see it now. You have now you universe. You can help me to adjust and correct. So that's what you have. That's what you're supposed to do. And sometimes you've been doing everything just fine. It's just that you had to go this route to get into the space to where now you can become active in the process, the project. It's a process you must undergo. And it's going to be interesting to see how under under this energy, how they're going to behave, how they're going to act, and what they're going to say. And you better believe you've got real psychics and spiritualists and practitioners, metaphysical practitioners, who are going to be listening, and they're going to be watching, and they're going to record it in their minds. So with that, I guess that's it. All right, so I'm gonna catch you all on the next one. I know this was a bit lengthy, and I know I will get back to reading. So I know sometimes people have questions. I will be back, and I'll do this again. But I got a few other things I need to, you know. I also wanted to share some good news. Oh yeah, I'm a TikTok seller now, which means I can now begin my of course my started my book so that I can get my books out there. So yeah, I will also make sure that I can land this here on YouTube. I'll find a way to get it to you all as well. All right, I'll see y'all in the next one.